Oh well, good morning. I make yet another video. I'm doing this for fun. Thanks to lockdown, I can, start making videos and talk to myself and to those who care to listen. I'm not here to pamper anybody. I don't care if you hate me or you despise me for posting this video. Anyway, the person who hates is the one who feeds himself poison. So hate me, you'll die before I die. If you hate me, it's fine. But I always ensure that when I speak to the best of my ability, I speak the truth. Well, what I want to talk about today is who spent 27 years in prison. It is not Nelson Mandela. The only person I know of who spent 27 years in prison was Jeff Masemola. Jeff Masemola spent 27 years in Roben Island. The question is, why don't you know about this? It is because it's hardly ever reported in the media. You don't know about it because your mistake is that the only source of information is TV and radio, which is your print and your newspapers as well. It's your formal media. That's your source of information. Therefore, that is why you do not know about Jeff Masemola. And I can bet you very few of you know that there is someone called Jeff Masemola who's actually the person who spent 27 years in prison and not Nelson Mandela. Precisely 27 years in Roben Island. And after Jeff Masemola was released, he was soon assassinated. So you must ask yourself these questions. I just want to challenge your thinking to those who have got the thinking, because I know some don't. Some want to think, but they can't. No matter how hard they try, they just can't think. But to those who care to think, I want to challenge your thinking. That ask yourself questions. Why is it that we are being told year in, year out that Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison when actually Jeff Masemola spent 27 years in prison? Those of you who know Mandela's house in Qunu, do you know that it is a replica of what was his last prison? In every sense of the word, it is the replica of that. So yes, Nelson Mandela spent 18 years in Roben Island, not 27 years. Please read history properly, and when you read history, compare notes. I know that some wish that Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. No, he didn't. He spent 18 years in Roben Island. I'm not going to talk about the rest because that was not a prison. As such, to tell you that it was not a prison, he built his own house exactly like that one. So if it was a prison that Mandela stayed in, then you must also count the years that he spent in Qunu, or from the date he built that house. Then you must add that into his prison years. But I want to talk briefly about Jeff Masemola. I don't want to make such a long video that it bores you, even the one who cares to listen. But I just wanted to say that the person who spent 27 years in Roben Island is Jeff Masemola. Go and study your history. Go and do a proper research. Jeff Masemola spent 27 years in Roben Island. And he didn't live long after he was released from Roben Island. He was assassinated. He was killed. Another challenge I want to pose out to those who love South Africa is, why can't you find any audio or video recording of Robert Sobukwe? Ask yourself that. Robert Sobukwe was covered by international media and was covered by national media, was covered all over. Just like Nelson Mandela, Walter Sisulu, Oliver Tambo, and the rest of them. And I mean, Robert Mugabe, those are the old liberation struggle stalwarts. But you won't find anything, any recording whatsoever, be it audio or video, of Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe. Ask yourself, why? To those of you who recognize the media as a legitimate source of information, ask yourself, why? Why wasn't all other recordings of all ANC stalwarts and all other leaders, why wasn't that those recordings, be it audio or video, were not destroyed, but only Robert Sobukwe's audio and video recordings were destroyed? Have a lovely Sunday.